Hey, what's going on, everybody? Who 186, and this is gonna be my top 5 games showcased at the PlayStation 5 reveal. Now, this happened about a week ago, and they showed off the games, they showed off the console, and I'll talk about all that in a little bit. But let's talk about my top 5, right? So number 5 was Little Devil Inside. It had a cool look. It definitely reminded me of this game that came out early in the PS4's life cycle called The Tomorrow Children. It was a game that ended up being about, it was kind of in the same gameplay setting as, not game, like game, it had the similar gameplay to, I think, Minecraft, if I'm not mistaken. And, Minecraft isn't my thing, and ultimately The Tomorrow Children ended up, it wasn't for me. Even though I liked the art style and I liked the trailer of it, so I was kind of sucked in. Plus, I think it was free. I think it was free to play, so I gave it a go. Little Devil Inside. The thing that interests me about that game is the gameplay. Like doing some, like, I believe, sword fighting, stuff like that. I'm very interested in that gameplay. It looked good, and I hope that it's the main focus of the game. So that's my number 5. Number 4 is going to be Deathlooper. Not right. It's made by Bethesda. I don't know if there's another company that they're partnering with, but this apparently is going to be a console exclusive for a little bit. It's a first-person shooter. Apparently, it's one of those like games where dying is a important aspect of the game. It has a cool look to it. It has a cool vibe to it. Very late 70s, early 80s action movie feel to it. I like the first. I'm more into traditional first person shooters, but this one interested me, so I'm keeping an eye on that one. Number 3 is Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now, I was a huge fan of the Spider-Man game on PS4, which you got to play as Miles Morales. You got to play sparingly as Miles. Now, it's a game focused about him. Now, I don't know. There's been a lot of talk about whether or not it's a standalone or DLC or whatever. According to Insomniac, it's a standalone game. So, I'll take their word for it over some fanboys. Now, with that said, we didn't really get a lot. We got some gameplay, not too much. But they said that this game's coming out at launch, right? Holiday 20. Not at launch, but early PS4 life cycle. So holiday 2020. So they're cranking this game out. So I'm interested to see, what they do with the game, any new additions that they add to the game. I'm very excited for it. I just want to see more of it. Number 2 would be Gran Turismo 7. Now, when it comes to Gran Turismo, the franchise, a lot of people will say that the series has gone downhill. I don't want to say it's gone necessarily downhill. I just think that they've been plagued when it comes to the last 3 entries of the series. It's been plagued by poor launches and releasing a game, at least when it comes to Gran Turismo 6, releasing a game with no marketing, no nothing, right? So obviously Gran Turismo 7 is a big deal to me, because it's going back to the traditional styles of Gran Turismo, with the simulation mode, like bringing back some of their original tracks. Like, I think the track that they showcased was Midfield Raceway, which I believe I believe it's a make-believe track. I don't think it's a real life track. Hopefully they have a mixture of both. Like they showed. Hopefully there's a mixture of both. Hopefully, like I said, like, to me, Gran Turismo Sport grew into my second favorite racing game of this generation, behind Forza Horizon 3, and it's my favorite simulator this generation. And it's funny because you look at, Forza 5, 6, and 7. I can't speak for 5, but 6 and 7, feature rich, fantastic games, but there is, to me, it doesn't have the same feeling that GT Sport had. You know what I mean? Like, I played those games and I kind of got bored of them, so I stopped playing. But with GT Sport, like, now granted, I don't play the game every day, but I still play that game. Anytime I feel like playing it, I can play it and I can still have fun with it. And I just didn't have that same feeling with other simulators. You know what I mean? Now, granted, I am a Gran Turismo fanboy. I'll gladly admit that. But I don't know. There's something about that game that grabbed me that wasn't the case with the Forza games. And, I'm not saying the Forza games are bad. They're fantastic games. If you like racing games, play those games. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that there's something about GT Sport that has a hold on me. Maybe it's my fanboyism. I'll gladly admit that. But I don't know, man. Like, every time I play that game, I have a lot of fun playing it. And I do hope that even with Gran Turismo 7 going back to more traditional Gran Turismo, I hope they add a couple. I hope they keep a couple features, that was in Sport, into and bring it into 7. Like, obviously the livery editor. Hopefully they keep that in place, and also what else? Like daily online races, like quick fire races. I think that's fun. Those are the type of races that I like doing. So Gran Turismo is number 2 for me. Excuse me. Number 1, Horizon 2, The Forbidden West. Now, Horizon is one of my favorite games this generation, and I'm looking forward to trying this game out. The trailer looked amazing. Even in 1080p, it looked great. I have to watch the 4K trailer. But it looked amazing. I'm a big fan of Aloy. I'm a big fan of the story that they're building. And I still have to play. I think I still have to play Frozen Wild. I still have to play that. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that game. It looked beautiful. Now, granted, I do want to see full-fledged gameplay. But I'm buying the game regardless, so it don't fucking matter. But overall, like, if I had to give the show overall, I would give the show a solid B. It was a fun show to watch. There was some stuff in the middle that I wasn't really into, but there was definitely more than a handful of games that interested me and had good showings. And some of the honorable mentions, I thought Resident Evil 8 looked great. Resident Evil. I'm not really into Resident Evil like that, but I thought Resident Evil, like, the gameplay trailer for that game looked amazing. Housemarque new game, Returnal, look great. I still haven't gotten the question as to whether or not they're a PlayStation studio. They've always made games primarily on PlayStation, so I'm interested to see if they're added to the PlayStation Studios group. That's a great addition. They always make great games. This is their biggest game to date, so I'm looking forward to that. I think it was called Ghostwire. That game, I think that's what it's called. I have to let me check real quick. Let me check if I'm still recording. I have to go to another. Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah. It's Ghostwire. I don't know if the recording stopped, but Ghostwire, that was a cool looking game. So there's definitely a bunch of games that interested me about the console. Now let's talk about the console itself. They revealed it, big elaborate entrance. They have 2 versions of the console. They have the regular disc and discless version of it, the all digital edition. Now I don't know what that means for backwards compatibility. I don't really care. But if you're going to tout backwards compatibility, you're gonna have, is backwards compatibility going to be for both the physical and digital, or not? Like that's something that I think they do need to address, because like I said before, when it comes to disc, it is one way or the other for me. I don't really care. But if you have a digital, I can understand people who have a digital library not wanting to just completely erase that digital library away when they get a PS5. I can understand it from that perspective. But the thing that interests me most is the price. Now they obviously didn't tell us how much it was going to cost, but I'm interested to see the price difference between the two, because I don't believe, in my honest opinion, I don't believe selling one console for $400 and the other consoles for $500 is a smart idea, especially if the only difference is going to be the disc drive. In my opinion, if they're going to be different prices, and hell, they could even be the same price. We never know. We don't know. They could be the same. It could be the same price, but if they're going to be different prices, I think the difference has to be no more than $50, in my honest opinion. Because I don't think that you can justify people wanting a physical edition for $100 more. You know what I mean? I think there's still a lot of people in this world who still prefer having a digital library, having a physical library, myself included. And I personally don't want to be punished for wanting to have disc-based games in my library. So I'm very interested to see what they say about that. Now, before I go, let's talk about the look of the console. I don't like the look of the console. The fact that it's white and black is not really sitting well with me. It also looks like a router. You know what I mean? And it don't look good on laying down on the side. Like, for me, I always lay my consoles on the side. For some reason, I just don't like having my console sit vertically. I've never had it done. Even all the way back to the PS2 days, I never had it done vertically. I've always preferred it to have it horizontal, flat on the floor. And it doesn't look good. It looks better horizontal than it does vertically. No, it looks better vertically than it does horizontally. And to me, that's gonna irk at me. No, don't get it twisted. I'm buying the console no matter what. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm gonna buy the console no matter what. But I just don't like the look of it. I just don't. The white and black scheme, the same scheme they use with the controller, I'm not feeling it. Like, I wish it was all black. I wish it was all black with yeah, I just wish it was. I just wish the console was black. You know what I mean? And when I get the console, hopefully they'll have some custom skins that I'll put that bad boy on, and I'll remedy the problem on my own. But I don't like the console. I don't like the look of the console. With that said, like I said, I'm excited for it. We'll see what happens when it comes to launch, because obviously you still have the situation with COVID. You still have that situation going on. Plus, for me, here's how it is for me, right? I will buy the PS5 at launch, and I normally don't buy consoles at launch, but I will buy the PS5 at launch if Gran Turismo is a launch title, and if Spider-Man actually comes out in holiday 2020. If those two things happen, I will gladly buy a PS5. If not, then I'll buy one. I'll buy one maybe early next year. Like, I'll definitely get a PS5 within the year. So it's not really a big deal. But I will definitely get the I'll definitely get the PS5 within the year if that's not the case. But anyways, that's all I really got to say about the matter. Thank you guys for watching. Movie 186. I'm out. Peace.